The intensity that we're practicing with, I mean, you think we're playing for a national championship, and I think that's the way you got to approach it. And Coach Graham and all the coaches are doing a great job making us practice hard, because it is a huge game.
A trip to El Paso isn't flashy, but a bowl win could be pretty sweet. All right, December 31st, 2004. That's the last time Arizona State played in the Sun Bowl. Remember Sam Keller? Yeah, he threw a last-minute touchdown to beat Purdue. Here's where things get really interesting. That 04 team was coming off a bad loss to Arizona. This year's team is coming off a bad loss to Arizona, and here's where ASU hopes history repeats itself. 10 years later, you have to beat Duke to do that. The Sun Devils have a chance to clinch back-to-back 10-win seasons for the first time since 1973. Now, while some outside the program are disappointed about the Sun Bowl, these players aren't, and they're ready to show you why come December 27th.
We're going into this game. It's a championship bowl game. Sun Bowl is a great bowl game to go and attend, and Arizona State's done really well down there, and we're very excited to go down there and with that community and see what they have in store for us.
It'll be fun, and we'll be there. Kickoff is at noon on December 27th. And we knew it was coming. Oregon quarterback Marcus Mariota wins the Heisman Trophy, beating out Wisconsin running back Melvin Gordon and Alabama wideout Amari Cooper. Mariota wins with the second largest margin of victory ever. He becomes the first Ducks QB also to win the Heisman. You know, home ice advantage hasn't been kind to the Coyotes lately. 8 straight losses at home, coming in tied at second late in the second period. Off the rebound, Lori Korpikoski finds the back of the net. Coyotes on top 3-2, but again, they can't hold on to the lead. Off the power play, Zach Parise right here says, I can do that too. Tied up at 3-3. We go to OT, nothing in overtime, so it all comes down to the shootout. Tobias Reeder needs the score to keep it going. His shot is wide left. Coyotes lose 4-3 in the shootout. That's 5 straight losses and 9 straight at home. You know, this week will say a lot about the Cardinals. By now, you all know Drew Stanton, he's week to week with that knee sprain, meaning the Cardinals will have to turn to another quarterback versus Seattle, more than likely Ryan Lindley. But the good news, they got 9 days to get him ready. It's a rare weekend off for the Cardinals, but they deserve it. Despite losing Stanton, the Cardinals still pulled off a win versus the Rams. They can clinch a playoff spot tomorrow as long as the Eagles and Cowboys game does not end in a tie. But apparently 11 wins isn't enough to be favorite next week versus Seattle.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be underdogs. We love that, and I'm sure they're going to have a ton of fans in our stadium, and we like that too.
Don't forget, you can watch the Cardinals and Seahawks a week from Sunday right here on 12 News for Sunday Night Football. And hey, did you see this driving this morning? The Kurt Warner comeback dream just won't go away. R&S Mattress, a local business here in Phoenix, put this billboard up off the Warner exit on I-10. Very simple. Kurt, we need you. Guys, this is a great thought, but there's no way he's coming back. Hey, to the Hardwood College hoops, Sun Devils going for 14 straight at home, hosting Pepperdine. Huge day for Shaquille McKissick. He played like the real Shaq, a career-high 22 points, 11 boards, his second career double-double. But this is the play everyone is talking about. Watch Trey Holder's pass. Did you see that? We got to show it to you again. Off the butt, and he lays it in. You know, we tried this at home back in the day. It never worked. It wasn't supposed to work in the game. ASU goes on to win 81-74. Hey, number 3, Arizona hosting Michigan. The Cats just loaded with talent. Stanley Johnson, he threw down a few huge dunks. This one from underneath the basket. Zona up by 9, then watch this on the run. The sweet one-handed alley-oop. Johnson at 17. Arizona wins this one 80-53. The Wildcats make it 28 straight at home. Before we go, big congrats to the Far West Jets from right here in the Valley. This is pretty cool. They won the Pop Warner Super Bowl in double overtime. Get this, for the first time ever, this is even cooler. Arizona had 4 Pop Warner teams make this tournament. The Far West Jets, the Deer Valley Snakes, the Gilbert Chandler Bruisers, and the Northeast Nighthawks. Big congrats to all those teams who made it that far. Some of my best memories are playing Pee Wee football. We were not very good, but I carried those friends with me all throughout life, so those kids will remember that.
So much to be excited about with sports in this state.
A big week coming up for the Coast Cardinals.
That's right. Hey, we'll be right back with a final look at your forecast.
Central Sports is sponsored by your Valley Hyundai dealers.
We're here to play. You know, a lot of teams say, oh, they're going to start out hot and take a nosedive. we still playing football, baby.
11-3 is very impressive despite everything this team has been through. The Cardinals, they always find a way to get it done. Now, Drew Stanton is the latest Cardinal to go down with injury. He'll be a week-by-week decision moving forward, but this team, they just flat out know how to roll with the punches. The Cards beat the Rams last night, so Coach Arians, he gave his team the weekend off. They deserve it. The Cardinals are now 18-5 in their last 23 games. That's tops of the NFL. They'll likely clinch a playoff spot on Sunday, but the injuries, they're starting to pile up. So, Coach, what's the mindset moving forward?
Whatever it takes, you know. I mean, I don't think there's a doubt in anybody's mind in that locker room that, you know, we can win every game.
I'm telling you, and I believe him. They're going to be without Stanton, though, and it looks like Ryan Lindley will get the start on Sunday. Coach Arians did say he'll look at both Lindley and Thomas this week and then decide. In a quick programming note, don't forget the Cardinals will play the Seahawks in 10 days right here on Sunday Night Football on 12 News. If Seattle takes care of business this weekend, that game will likely be for the division title. All right, ASU back on the practice field today. For the first time since losing to Arizona in Tucson, the Sun Devils will play the Duke Blue Devils in the Sun Bowl on December 27th in El Paso. Taylor Kelly will get the start. Remember, he was benched for Mike Bercovici versus Arizona. He's ready to shake off that rust.
It's tough, but adversity, happens throughout the year, and it's happened a lot for this team this year, and it's how you're going to overcome it and make the best of it. And when that happened, Burke did a great job of coming in and give us an opportunity. It's a team sport, and so you just got to lead, and it's still my football team that I got to push and lead every single day, and be the best team that we possibly can.
Something tells me he'll be out to leave a big statement at the last game.
Oh, I'm sure.
We'll be there. Kickoff is at noon. And, Mark, you were asking this question earlier. Are the Cardinals going to bring in another quarterback?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been speculating. First of all, no Kurt Warner. It's not going to happen. Coach Arians did say today they'll probably bring somebody in on the practice squad. So that means no big name out there.
Another warm body to be there.
Yes, correct. Just another arm to throw at practice. No big name is coming to Phoenix here.
All right.
It's not happening.
So calm down.
Kurt Warner staying retired.
We'll be right back. Stanton going down in the third quarter of last night's game against the Rams. The Cardinals say right now it's a right knee sprain, but the question is, hey, look, a couple of weeks left in the regular season. How long is he going to be out, and who's the next man up? Cameron Cox is here with the answers. Cam?
Mark, just when you thought that whole next man up motto was done, here we go again. The Cardinals say they don't know when Drew Stanton will be back, but head coach Bruce Arians says he wouldn't be surprised if Stanton does not play in 10 days versus Seattle. As we told you at 4-5, Stanton won't need surgery, but he is going to miss some time. Ryan Lindley stepped in last night instead of rookie Logan Thomas. Arians says he just felt Thomas wasn't ready for that situation. Now, the Cardinals will look at both quarterbacks this week before naming a starter. It will likely be Lindley, but regardless who's out there, in the next man up, they trust.
It's the same old thing, you take your guy. He's in the league for a reason. Whatever quarterback lines up for us next Sunday night, he'll have a game plan that he's comfortable with, and they should be able to execute, and that's what we expect of him.
Does it sound like he's worried? Guys, this team has overcome so much this season. They're almost used to this by now. Bruce Arians' press conference today had a little bit more confidence to it. He didn't sound like a coach who had just lost his starting quarterback twice for the second time this year. They get it. These are the cards they've been dealt, and it's just time to go play. No excuses, just results, which is why they're the best team in football right now. Mark?
Numbers don't lie, Cam. Thanks. Right. 11-3. Unbelievable.
Another win for the Arizona Cardinals last night against the Rams in their journey to the Super Bowl.
But a major setback for quarterback Drew Stanton. AZ Central Sports' Cameron Cox here with the latest information on Stanton's injury. All right, Cam, give us the news.
Doug, be careful with that move there, buddy. All right, hey, guys, I'm going to get right to it. Call it a huge sigh of relief. An MRI revealing that there's no tear in Drew Stanton's right knee. There's also no timetable for his return. Week to week is what the Cardinals are saying, but boy, it didn't look good last night. In the third quarter of the game versus the Rams, Stanton gets hit. He falls to the ground in obvious pain. He would hop off the field, not putting any pressure on that leg. Then he was carted off into the locker room. Here's the deal. Stanton will miss some time, but his season isn't over.
Well, the good news, Drew does not need surgery. It's just going to be rest and rehab. and there's no timetable set, but it's very good news that he's not going to need surgery.
Ryan Lindley will likely get the start in 10 days, but that hasn't stopped the internet from just blowing up. A Kurt Warner comeback? That was the hashtag today. Bring back Kurt all over Twitter. And thanks to this tweet from Warner last night, you think they have an extra jersey in the locker room? I bet they do. Bruce Arians said he asked Warner last night about a return. His answer, Brenda won't let me. Brenda, of course, his wife. And guys, I think the saying goes, happy wife, happy life. But let's be real. Fans can dream all they want. Kurt is not coming back. So moving forward, the Cards are stuck with Lindley and rookie Logan Thomas. How much faith do they have in them? I'll tell you coming up at 5 o'clock. Guys?
Yeah, Cameron, I was going to say, Brenda is not down with that.
No.
Kurt may be, but no, Brenda, that's not going to fly. Exactly. They're enjoying the retirement. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. And yes, Cameron, it's official. The Cardinals are going to the playoffs.
I like it, Coop. But before that, this man right here made his fantasy football Super Bowl championship. He's going for his 4th title in 6 years. So congratulations, my good friend.
I'm not there yet.
You're almost there. He's the guru right here. But here's the question on everyone's mind. Are they going in as division winners or as wild card winners? They can answer that question a week from tonight right here on Sunday Night Football when the defending Super Bowl champs come to the Valley, Coop.
Yeah, a Cardinals win will clinch both the NFC West Division title and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Now, ESPN.
Thanks a lot, guys. I'll take it away from here. Hey, did you see the headline from AZ Central Sports Friday morning? Next man down. Well, given the report that came out this morning, it looks like Drew Stanton is staying down for a while. Meaning, it's Ryan Lindley time. He's been down this road before, but hopefully this time is different. When Drew Stanton went out Thursday night, most thought rookie Logan Thomas was the next man up, not Bruce Arians.
If Logan would have gone in, he'd have got some stuff he'd never seen. Ryan, I knew, would handle that part of it better.
Ryan Lindley's performance was nothing special, but his poise and confidence earned the respect of his teammates.
Well, Lindley hasn't gotten any reps, probably since training camp, in the offensive period. So, for him to come in this type of situation, this type of hostile environment with all the implications going into this game, he did an amazing job and well prepared, and, we're going to rally around him.
It's a great compliment, but the Cardinals need results. That didn't happen in 2012. A rookie at the time, Lindley came in for injured quarterback Kevin Cobb. He was 1-5 as a starter that year, and since then, he hadn't thrown a pass in the league until this past Thursday. Bottom line, Lindley knows he has to play better.
I took a lot of bumps, took a lot of lumps in 2012, and we got a lot of work to do. That's not going to win us a bowl game for 4 quarters. So I'll come back next week, get some reps, and we'll get rolling.
And there's no better quarterback whisperer in the league than Bruce Arians.
You take your guy. He's in the league for a reason. Whatever quarterback lines up for us next Sunday night, he'll have a game plan that he's comfortable with, and they should be able to execute, and that's what we expect of him.
Luckily, we're going to have an extra day of practice or 2, so that'll help getting ready for Seattle. And seeing him, I saw him once in San Diego, saw him once when I came out here, so this is going to be the 3rd time around game planning for these guys, so that should help a little bit, but obviously when you get on the field, you got to make plays.
Coop, I like the confidence in his voice. He knows he has to play better to get the job done.
Well, here's the bottom line. The Seahawks are a championship defensive team. They're playing lights out right now. 4 straight wins in which they've given up 27 total points. Ryan Lindley or Logan Thomas, they're stepping onto a stage that they've never stepped onto before. This is a pressure game. It's basically win and the tables are set for the Cardinals. That's too much pressure for these young kids given that defense. But the key for the Cardinals will be if that offensive line can really give them a run game and take some of the pressure off the quarterbacks and allow the defense to line up for the Cardinals defense.
I want to remind everybody, Bruce Arians hasn't announced the starter yet. He says he's going to look at both quarterbacks this week, but literally all lines point to Ryan Lindley starting this week. Peter King came out tonight and said Arians told him Lindley was starting and that he might have a package for Logan Thomas. What type of package do you see this being?
Well, I think it's a package that would take advantage of his mobility, get him outside the pocket, get him in some broken play situations which could put pressure on the Seahawks defense.
Bottom line, Lindley, just take care of the football. Let that defense do the work for you. The boys this summer making plenty of headlines at the winter meetings, including the Diamondbacks. And let's break it all down right now. Joining us right now is our D-backs insider, Nick Picoro. Nick, let's get right into it. The D-backs did make some trades. They traded away Miguel Montero and then, of course, Wade Miley. What was this organization trying to accomplish in dealing those players away?
Well, I think with the Montero trade, it was mostly about salary relief. He was owed $40 million over the next 3 years. They got rid of all of that in the trade with the Cubs. With Miley, it was more about getting arms back. They got a couple of young ones they liked from the Boston Red Sox.
More on those arms. You know, I was looking up some stats about them. Their numbers aren't great, so D-backs fans, they're probably not real excited about who they got in return. Tell us more about these guys that D-backs got.
Well, they're both guys that have been really good prospects, top prospects over the years. They were both involved in that trade, that big blockbuster deal with the Dodgers and the Red Sox. They went from LA to Boston. They both have low to mid-90s fastballs. Ruby De La Rosa has a fastball that can touch 100 miles an hour. The Diamondbacks really think that there's a chance that they can end up being top of the rotation type starters, and they just need a chance to establish themselves.
So these are guys that D-backs are just hoping that pan out, really.
Right, and I think if you look at some of the other guys that they've got this offseason, including Robbie Ray, who they acquired in a trade with the Tigers, they're just hoping that these are the kinds of guys that just when given an opportunity can show that they have the power stuff to succeed and become top of the rotation starters.
And sometimes that's all young guys really need is a new scenery and basically an opportunity to go out and prove themselves. The big question, though, on everyone's mind is, are more moves on the way?
We'll see. I mean, I think that they have some other things on their wish list. I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Trumbo's name popped up a couple more times here before it's all said and done. After they signed Yasmani Tomas, the Cuban slugger, Trumbo's name started getting a lot of attention on the trade market. Don't be surprised if that continues.
Now, Christmas is right around the corner, and I'm sure the D-backs have a Christmas wish list just like everyone else. The names that are thrown around that I saw some rumors over the weekend, Matt Scherzer and James Shields. Any chance you see those guys in a D-back uniform next year?
I don't know. I mean, Dave Stewart, the GM, talked about those guys the other night, said that they've kicked around their names internally. They have saved some money with these deals, like I said. I don't know, though. I mean, Scherzer's going to cost $25 million or more per year, you would think, for 6-7 years. Shields is going to be in that same general range of probably $20 million a year, maybe for 4 or 5 years. It's going to be hard for a team like the Diamondbacks to absorb that, but I don't know. If they wanted to stretch things, maybe they can make it happen.
Here we go. I like his optimism. He's Nick Picoro, our D-backs insider. Coop, let's turn it over to you.
Huge success. I love this place. The energy was insane, and we will be back to Phoenix. It's funny because we'll go to a market that people are always like, come to our market, come to our market. And, you know, they don't really kill it. This place killed it. Phoenix is an awesome sports town. Listen, this was such a huge success. I'd come back every weekend if it was possible, but probably within next year.
Coop, he's realized why so many people have moved here now. Well done, Phoenix. Who needs Vegas when you can come right here in the Valley? UFC's first trip to the U.S. Airways Centers was just a flat-out huge success, 13,000 strong. And to quote Dana White, Phoenix killed it.
Oh, no doubt. Hey, big congrats to our good friend Henry Cejudo on winning his UFC debut. It's the beginning of his next chapter in life.
I tell people all the time, man, I used to fight for treats and ice cream as a little kid. And now I get a chance to, I won a gold medal, which doesn't get higher than that. Now I get a chance to, to fight and repeat that once again to win a world championship. So I'm the third guy to ever enter the octagon with the gold medal. It's like, wow, whoop-de-doo, but that doesn't mean anything. This is a whole new sport. This is fighting. This is knees, elbows, kicks that are coming to your face, submissions that are coming around your neck, and you have to be willing and capable of defending all that. I love this city. I live and I'm gonna die here. I've been moving my whole life, and I want to stay here in Phoenix. But I also want to, it's very special for the fans to come out and support us. It makes our job that much easier.
I'm telling you, that's one sport I want to stay away from. But it's very popular. Did you know Charles Barkley and a lot of the Cardinals, including Larry Fitzgerald, were there yesterday?
Yeah, I was just about to say, all that, being able to kick and all that, that's just not for me. There's no way.
Yeah, absolutely not. Hey, still ahead, the stories you need to know about the